ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. A deadly mass shooting this afternoon in Minneapolis close to a high school. It just began its new academic year. Police say one person is dead, 6 others, all believed to be adults, wounded outside Cristo Rey Jesuit High. Police Chief Brian O'Hara.
We believe, based on the manner that this shooting occurred, that at least one person standing in that group was clearly targeted.
The shooter is at large. Officials in Ventura County, California, are announcing the arrest of 14 people accused of being involved in what they say is the nation's largest Home Depot theft case. Prosecutors say at least 600 thefts occurred at 71 different Home Depot stores around Southern California, totaling $10 million in stolen merchandise. A planned lawsuit over the move to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook will challenge President Trump's justification for the dismissal. The president claiming that Cook made false statements in her mortgage documents. Israel, families of hostages in Gaza, holding a day of action. This is ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by House Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Vitech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Guy's Truck and Tractor Service, Hernson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
Good evening and welcome to River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. It is time to kick off the 2025 high school volleyball season in the state of Wisconsin, and our feature matchup tonight on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is a non-conference matchup as the River Ridge Timberwolves out of Six Rivers West play host to the Lancaster Flying Arrows out of the SWC. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. From the Best Seat in the House Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show. And this matchup features two teams who finished under 500 overall last year. Lancaster coming out of last year with a record of 13-16. They were 4-6 in the SWC and looking to build on their finish last year under second-year head coach Madison Devlin, as they try and claw their way to the top of the SWC, trying to contend with the likes of Dodgeville, Platteville, and Prairie du Chien. And for River Ridge, their 2024 campaign resulted in an 11-13 overall record. They were 4-8 in the Six Rivers West behind conference champion Highland, as well as Belmont, who was a sectional qualifier last year. As Diane Langmeyer the longtime head coach of the River Ridge Timberwolves, trying to get her team over the 500 mark for the first time in over 3 seasons. And this annual matchup on the opening night continues, as the last 2 seasons they played in Lancaster's gym. They were supposed to play in Patch Grove last year, but due to the high heat from last year and the air conditioning situation here at River Ridge, they decided to move the matchup to Lancaster's gym. So we are back in Patch Grove for this edition of River Ridge and Lancaster to kick off the 2025 high school volleyball season. There are a few other local volleyball matchups here this afternoon and evening. There is a tournament in Dodgeville. We'll see if we can track down the results of that. We also have a SWAL matchup tonight between Darlington and Fenimore. And if we get updates on any of those matches, we'll bring them to you on our Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Coming up on our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show here from Patch Grove, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Diane Langmeyer of River Ridge and Madison Devlin of Lancaster. I asked them about the players on the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Also bringing the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the match, and the opening serve between River Ridge and Lancaster to open up the 2025 high school volleyball season. Our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show continues after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-game 1.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Better health is just around the corner. Grant Regional Community Clinics in Lancaster, Potosi, Cassville, and now Fenimore are just down the street and right in your neighborhood. With convenient hours and experienced providers, we're ready to care for your entire family. And we accept major health plans, including Quartz, Medical Associates, and Dean, to name a few. We're proud to support our local communities with local care close to home. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
It's the final weeks for Ice Dinosaurs, the lost world of the Alaskan Arctic at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium. See 16 animatronic Arctic-dwelling dinosaurs and real touchable fossils that have never been on display until now. You can even take home the Ice Dinosaurs experience with commemorative books, plush, and apparel from the limited edition Dino Store. But hurry, this exhibit goes extinct September 14th. Learn more at rivermuseum.org. Ice Dinosaurs is produced by Imagine and supported by the Iowa Economic Development Authority and Queen Bee Radio.
Pre-game 1.
Welcome back to the Raleigh Cheese pre-match show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. High school volleyball is served up tonight as Lancaster takes on River Ridge in our first matchup of the season. And we're joined now by Lancaster head coach Madison Devlin. Coach, thanks for joining us. Second year on the sidelines as the Lancaster head coach, coming away with a 13-16 record last year. Take us through first year coaching experience, what you took away from that first year, and things that you're looking to carry over into year number 2.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that I learned how to face adversity a lot better and to be a lot more flexible. Coming into a program, new, young, needed to learn a lot. I had to do a lot of reteaching last year, and we re-rolled with it. We did a lot of good things, and this year we're obviously hoping to have more wins and losses, and they've been working really hard at that.
All right, talk about the makeup of this year's team from last year compared to this year. Talk about the players you have coming back and maybe some of the players that you're looking to see step up in year number 2.
We have Asia McDonald returning as a senior outside, Lauren Rukoff, senior libero this year. I have some girls that got to see the floor last year, Abby Parkins, Olivia Ball. I'm really excited to see what my middles can do this year. Maddie Burr is a sophomore middle. She's going to be super fun. Addison Morgan, my other middle. Junior this year for me, really athletic, super great. Honestly, though, my whole team, I can't go wrong. They're super fun. They work very hard, and I'm very excited to see what they can do this year.
All right, excellent. Madison Devlin with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show, getting ready for Lancaster and River Ridge in tonight's high school volleyball matchup. Our Russell office's injury report, beginning of the season, coaches tend to be a bit worrisome about, what the kids have been doing over the summer, making sure they stay healthy and are in good condition, ready to go. What's the health of the team heading into match number 1?
Pretty good. We've got a couple knee injuries that we're dealing with, but for the most part, we are strong and healthy and ready to roll.
All right, excellent. Then the matchup tonight against River Ridge, it's been pretty much an annual tradition that River Ridge and Lancaster face off on the first night of the season. This time the matchup in Patch Grove. Talk about what you hope to see from your team tonight, and what does success look like for Lancaster in the early part of the season?
Tonight, I hope to see great energy, very intense. I want to see good, fast play from my girls. That's something we've been working a lot on, is quickening our offense. I'm hoping that our serve receive is good. That's kind of been something that's kicked our butt in the past. I think this season early we're going to have great energy. I think we're going to give teams a run for their money, good competition.
All right, awesome. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Thanks so much for your time. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Madison Devlin, head coach of Lancaster Flying Arrows. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-game 2.
Show your school spirit with every swipe. People's State Bank offers debit cards featuring your local school's mascot. And now through September 30th, you can upgrade for 50% off. Even better, $5 from your card fee goes right back to your school. It's an easy way to support your team and look good doing it. Visit any People's State Bank location to upgrade your debit card today. Iowa sales tax may apply to fees and service charges. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Partner with Fuller's Milker Center and GIA for your next milking system. From the Dairy Pro Q robotic rotary parlor to the Dairy Robot R9500 robotic box milking system, you select the best fit for your operation. With GIA, you can also choose from market-leading conventional parlors, fully equipped with automated accessories. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to start building your dream milking facility.
Fuller's Milker Center.
Chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can make me feel like a spectator in my own life.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine preventive treatment.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Pre-game 2.
Back on the Raleigh Cheese pre-match show on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge and Lancaster in tonight's high school volleyball matchup to kick off the 2025 high school volleyball season. We're joined now by Diane Langmeyer, head coach of the River Ridge Timberwolves. Coach, thanks for joining us. And coming off a 2024 campaign that saw your team finish 11-13 overall, 4-8 in a very tough Six Rivers West, as it always is year in and year out. When you reflect on last year's team, very senior-laden team with 5 seniors on the team. What were the things that you took away from last season and things that you're looking to carry over into this season?
Yeah, thanks for covering us, WGLR and Tyler. We really appreciate your coverage. Yeah, so we're looking to move up in the ranks, hopefully. A lot of these girls, actually about 5 girls, actually saw a lot of playing time last year, and some of them are doing new roles this year where maybe they just played back row, now they're playing all the way around. Josie Drone was our libero. She's going to be playing all the way around, and she's been hitting the wall pretty well lately. Mallory Cuba, we're going to a 5-1 set, so she's going to be in there setting all around, but she does some tricky moves once in a while and gets some attacks for us. Yeah, and then we end up last year, a lot of that, what happened was we ended up winning the Lancaster tournament. We're kind of peaking, and then halfway through September, and then one of our key hitters, Aaron Adrian, was in the powder puff game and got hurt, and we just couldn't recover from that injury, it seemed like. So she's back, and Ava Nice went from a freshman to sophomore. She's looking really good right now with hitting. So we're hoping to just be more consistent with our hits and give them a game tonight.
Right, and then what have you seen from your team, from the players coming back from last year into the season? Any areas or strengths that you have heading into this season?
I think on our scrimmage Saturday we saw a lot more blocking, and then our block coverage was much better than last year. We still are a little inconsistent in our hits, so it's kind of like we're still working to work towards consistency and that, and on our serves too. But with our serves, they might be a little more aggressive, so we might not be making as many, but they might be scoring some aces too. So we're kind of taking the aggressiveness too, so that's good.
All right, Diane Langmeyer with us in our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show, getting ready for River Ridge and Lancaster in tonight's high school volleyball matchup. Our Russell office's injury report. You mentioned the injury last year to Aaron Adrian, how that impacted the season. And of course, coming into the first match of the season, you always want to make sure kids are, in shape and in good condition, ready to go. What's the health of the team heading into match number 1?
I think they look pretty good, and they're pretty in shape. A lot of them have been in the weight room twice a week. And then we did the Badger team camp, and Megan Awe came and did a camp. We did the Mineral Point tournament. So I feel like we're almost halfway through the season rather than starting up the season right now, because these girls have been working all summer. So. All
right, that's great to hear. And then the matchup tonight against Lancaster, it's been an annual tradition essentially where, you guys open the season, the first day of the high school volleyball season. What's success going to look like for River Ridge, not just tonight, but in the early part of the season?
Well, we're just hoping to get on that win side of the column. It's just our girls. These girls are have been the young girls, and they haven't seen a lot of that on that win side. So we want them to feel that win and really want it. So we're hoping to get some more wins this year versus losses.
All right, looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Diane Langmeyer, head coach of the River Ridge Timberwolves. We'll have more on the Raleigh Cheese pre-match show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
It's time to clean out those closets and hunt for treasures, because the TH Media community-wide garage sales are September 17th through the 20th. Sell your stuff, find great deals, and explore sales all across the area. Every listing with a handy map will be published in the Telegraph-Herald on September 17th, 18th, and 19th. Get your sale on the map. Run your ad all 3 days for just $25. Don't wait. Deadline is September 15th at noon. Get started today at telegraphherald.com/garage sales.
In Game 1.
Back at Patch Grove, getting ready for the first serve between River Ridge and Lancaster to open up the 2025 high school volleyball season on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Raleigh Cheese pre-match show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Our coaches gave us the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Let's set up the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. First for the visiting Lancaster Flying Arrows, coming off a 2024 campaign that saw them with a 13-16 overall record, 4-6 in the SWC. Their starters go like this. A senior, tonight's libero, number 2, Lauren Rukoff. a senior, number 4, Olivia Ball. A junior, number 5, Relly Horth. A junior, number 6, Addison Morgan. A sophomore, number 11, Maddie Burr. A senior, number 12, Asia McDonald. And running out the starting lineup, a senior, number 17, Audrey Foley. Again, Lauren Rukoff, Olivia Ball, Relly Horth, Addison Morgan, Maddie Burr, Asia McDonald, and Audrey Foley. Now for the home team, the River Ridge Timberwolves, their 2024 campaign, 11-13 overall, 4-8 in the Six Rivers West. Their starting lineup goes like this: a 5'8 junior, number 1, Aaron Adrian. A 5'4 junior, number 5, Elena Clark. A 5'6 senior, number 7, Josie Drone. A 5'8 junior, number 15, Mallory Krubel. A 5'10 sophomore, number 21, Ava Nice. And rounding out the starting lineup, a 5'6 senior, number 33, Elena Gage. Again, the starters for River Ridge: Aaron Adrian, Elena Clark, Josie Drone, Mallory Krubel, Ava Nice, and Elena Gage. Lancaster is coached by Madison Devlin, and she's assisted by Tara Wepking and Gretchen Hauk. And River Ridge coached by Diane Langmeyer, assisted by daughter Taylor Langmeyer, Megan Copsey, and Mackenzie Stagman. Those are the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. We'll take another timeout, and when we come back, we'll get you the first serve between River Ridge and Lancaster. This has been the Raleigh Cheese Pre-Match Show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. First serve coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
Could there be a better name? Auto Value Parts Stores. They aren't just about air fresheners or fuzzy dice. Auto Value Parts Stores are all about parts, auto parts, and advice. Pros who know auto parts with tons of tips when you need them the most. You want real value? Don't go to a place with a cute name. Go to Auto Value. Could there be a better name? I didn't think so. Your Auto Value Parts Store. We've got the parts, we've got the smarts.
The Maquoketa Livestock Exchange is holding a Butcher Cow, Butcher Bull, Fats, No Feeder sale on Wednesday, August 27th. Go to MaquoketaLivestockExchange.com for all the details, or call Kevin at 563-543-4459.
In Game 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, online at WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. First serve coming up between Lancaster and River Ridge in non-conference action to open up the 2025 high school volleyball season. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway. For free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Our colors of the match brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Lancaster in black jerseys with black trunks. Yellow numbers on the front. Lancaster written across the back in yellow, and some yellow and blue striping up and down each side of the sleeves. And River Ridge in their purple jerseys with black trunks with white numbers and white stripes up and down each side of the jersey. White numbers on the back and Timberwolves written across the bottom of the back. Those are the colors of the match, brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Our match tonight brought to you by Mountain City Bank. The total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at MountainCityBank.com. We'll now pause for tonight's national anthem from River Ridge High School.
To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, tonight's national anthem from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove as we are ready for volleyball. To kick off our 2025 high school volleyball coverage on Queen Bee Radio, Tuesday night volleyball will have the featured matchup of the week every Tuesday night during the regular season on 97.7 Country WGLR, and most, if not all, of our matches also on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed to it, make sure you do so. In addition to our volleyball coverage tonight, we've got high school football coming up on Thursday night, Williams Bay at Highland, an 8-player action. We'll have that on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And then Friday night, Cuba City at Lancaster on 97.7 Country WGLR. We will have Platteville at Mineral Point on X1071, and then Fenimore at River Ridge on Super Hits 106. All three of those football games on Friday night you can also watch on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Player introductions going on right now for Lancaster, and then River Ridge will be introduced, and we'll get the action started in just a few moments. Our volleyball tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Raggets and Deneen Dahl with Raggets and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Also by Community First Bank, free in the communities we live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. The dental office located in Lancaster. The dental office is a trusted name for high-quality family dental care, proud to be the preferred provider of dentistry in Lancaster, Wisconsin. And by Northland Buildings, for a quality Northland building built tough for the Northland, contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post-frame buildings. And by Shingles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Shingles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Our audio stream tonight powered by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. Also by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell Offices here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Both teams have been introduced, and Lancaster will attack from left to right, River Ridge from right to left, as I see it from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Riley Horth will be the first player to serve for Lancaster, standing on the right side of the end line. As all the subs have been made. Horth taking a couple dribbles. And a serve over the net. We're underway on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge returns the serve on 3 hits, and now a collision in the front row between Lancaster players. Ball gets hit into the net. Last to touch it was Addison Morgan into the net, and River Ridge takes the first point, 1-0 in set number 1. And brings up Josie Drone, the 5'6" senior. Where's number 7? Standing serve. Sends it over the net, playing the back row by Lancaster. Here's the attack on the far side. River Ridge able to play it in the front of the net. Now backwards pass sends it over on the third hit for River Ridge, and Lancaster able to keep it alive momentarily, but they can't return it on the third hit. And it's 2-0 River Ridge on top of Lancaster in our opening set. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros at Brian's, gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Josie Drum with a high arcing serve, played in the back row by the libero, Lauren Rukoff. Returned on the second hit. Now River Ridge with it on their side. Attack on the far side. Ball pushed up in the front row. Now a attack on the far side. Sent to the back row. River Ridge able to return it on the third hit. Ball pushed to the middle hitter spot. Here's the attack, and a net violation. Gives the point to River Ridge, and they're quickly up 3-0. As Josie Drone will continue her service. Sending it over from the right side of the end line. Playing the back row, now sent back to the River Ridge side, and it's skied into the rafters and ricochets onto the floor. Lancaster's on the board in the first set, trailing 1, serving 3. Breckler Insurance Group. For all of your insurance needs, see Steve Lindeski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Olivia Ball standing serve right side of the end line. Sent to the back row on the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack far side. Lancaster able to keep it alive in the front row. Arrows return it over on the third hit. River Ridge with it, middle hitter spot. Now an attack from the back row. Great dig in the back by the Arrows. Now far side attack and goes beyond the end line. A lot of heat, but not enough precision, and River Ridge gets the point. It's 4 serving 1 in set number 1. McNett Electric in Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. River Ridge sends a serve over. They get it back, and a ball hit into the net by number 1, Aaron Adrian. Will give Lancaster the point. It's 2 serving 4. And now to serve for the Arrows, the junior number 6, Addison Morgan. Running jump serve right side of the end line. It's a rocket. Played in the back row by Ridge. Now the third hit sends it back over, and a great hit, but a diving attempt by Addison Morgan. Tried to keep it alive, but couldn't control it. And Ridge will get the point. 5 serving 2. Substitution now as Kaylee Krantz checks in for Elena Clark. Standing serve in the back row for Mallory Krubel. Arrows returning on the third hit, and it goes beyond the end line, and Ridge will get the point. 6 serving 2 in set number 1. Volleyball tonight brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Arrows return River Ridge's serve, and the Wolves go on the attack on the near side, but it goes into the net. As Krantz couldn't send it over, hit it into the net instead, and Lancaster will get the point. 3 serving 6. And now serving for the Wolves will be Sosie Hoffman, a junior wearing number 3. As there's a stoppage in the action, as appears to be some sweat on the floor, and they're going to mop that up. And we'll resume play. Against 3 serving 6. Lancaster serve, Mountain City Bank. Total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Sosie Hoffman's serve is played by Ridge, and the Wolves return it on a backwards pass for the third hit. Lauren Rukoff pushes ahead to the middle hitter spot. Now the attack. Popped up sky high on the River Ridge side, and the Wolves will send a backwards pass over to the Arrows side. Arrows go on the attack, far side. Ball tapped over. Now Ridge with it. Try to return it on the far side, and a ball tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Arrows. And the Wolves will get the point, and we'll see the 5'6" senior number 33, Elena Gage, set to serve for River Ridge. 7 serving 3 in the opening set. What is quickly becoming a stuffy gym here at River Ridge High School. Service played in the back row by Rukoff, pushed ahead and sent over on the third hit, just clearing the net. Ridge able to keep it alive and prevent it from going out of bounds. The Arrows trying to go attacking again, and hitting it into the net is number 12, Aisha McDonald. McDonald had a lot of power, just not a lot of accuracy, and it goes into the net. 8 serving 3. Wolves on top of the Arrows. Now Gage with a jump serve just off the center of the back row. And that will be a service error, our first service error of the night. It'll be 4 serving 8, and Asia McDonald set to serve for Lancaster. McDonald with a jump serve sent to the back row on the River Ridge side. Wolves return it. No, it goes into the net. Josie Drone couldn't clear the net. Lancaster gets the point. 5 serving 8. McDonald set to serve again. Down with a running jump serve. Clears the net. Drone sends it to the front row. Now an attack on the far side. Ball tapped over by Aaron Adrian, and River Ridge gets the point. Credit Aaron Adrian with the kill. It's 9 serving 5, and Aaron Adrian will serve, the 5'8" junior. Adrian with a running jump serve just off the center of the end line, and that will be an ace. Our first ace of the match, credited to Aaron Adrian, 10 serving 5. River Ridge in control in our opening set. Adrian serving again. Ball clears the net. Rukoff pops it up, and the Arrows able to send it over on the third hit. Now Wolves go on the attack, near side. Drone powers up, and a great block at the net by Relly Horth. Horth gets the block and the kill. And the point for Lancaster, 6 serving 10, and now the libero, Lauren Rukoff, set to serve. Rukoff wearing the blue jersey. And the serve is played by Ridge. They send it over on a set for the third hit. Now a set up on the far side. Attack by number 4, Olivia Ball. Can't be controlled by River Ridge, and Arrows clawing back into it. 7 serving 10. With Lauren Rukoff set to serve again. Service slapped over the net. River Ridge returns it. Quickly returned back by Lancaster. Now the Arrows on the attack. Rukoff digs it out in the back row. And a one-handed hit clears the net, and Lancaster gets the point. I couldn't tell if a Ridge player touched it or if it just landed along the far sideline as we see it. But all of a sudden, Lancaster back to within 2, 8 serving 10. And Rukoff continuing her service. High arcing serve clears the net. Playing the back row by Ridge, and now Drone loads up from the back row. Rukoff digs it out on the Lancaster side. Set up in the middle, and a miscommunication as Addison Morgan looked like she was going to load up, but then hit the floor, didn't swing at it. And River Ridge gets the point, 11 serving 8. And behind the service line, we'll see number 3, Elena Clark. Clark clears the net. Lancaster able to return it. A backwards pass sends it back to the Arrows side. And an attack. Great dig in the back row, but a whistle and a double hit called against River Ridge. That will give the Arrows the point. 9 serving 11 in set number 1. Now Relly Horth set to serve for the Arrows again. Community First Bank, for the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Lancaster with it on their side after River Ridge returns the serve. Now the Wolves have it far side. And a set and a great precision return by Mallory Krubel, able to place it between the 2 rows where no one was standing for Lancaster. And now it's 12 serving 9. Ridge in front. And Josie Drone sends it over. Sends it to the back row and returned on the second hit by Lancaster. And Drone tried to send it over, but hits it into the net instead, and it's 10 serving 12 as Lancaster gets the point. Real Mutual agents John Raggets and Indian Dahl with Raggets & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. And Olivia Ball will get an ace on that serve. And the Arrows are within 1. First ace of the match. Olivia Ball sends it over again. Lena Clark pops it up the back row for River Ridge, and the Wolves go on the attack on the far side. Lancaster controls it far side, and now a 50-50 ball at the net, and getting the block and the kill is number 15, Mallory Krubel. 13 serving 11. River Ridge still in front. River Ridge has led the entire way so far, but Lancaster has been battling back, and a service error for Ava Nice. Second service error of the match for Lancaster, or for River Ridge, I should say. And now it's 12 serving 13 with Addison Morgan, the junior, back to serve. Morgan running jump serve, and her serve goes into the net. Back and forth service errors makes it 14 serving 12. Another rotation for River Ridge. As we see Stella Brewer now in the match for the Wolves. River Ridge has it on their side of the net. And Elena Gage tried to punch it over, but hits it into the net, and Lancaster gets the point, 13 serving 14. And with the Arrows serving, it'll be Sosie Hoffman set to serve again. Hoffman standing serve, launches it over the net. 50-50 ball at the net, and a great tap over, and a kill by Maddie Burr. Maddie Burr patrolling the middle hitter spot, getting the point. And we are tied at 14 apiece in the opening set of our high school volleyball season and our coverage on Queen Bee Radio. Serve sent over, River Ridge on the second hit. Now a backwards pass sends it over on the third hit. Arrows in control with it in the middle hitter spot. And a great block at the net by Stella Brewer. Arrows couldn't handle it. And River Ridge gets the point, 15 serving 14. As now things are starting to intensify a little bit, both teams settling in. Here's Elena Gage, and her serve goes beyond the end line for a service error. Her second service error of the match, third of the match for River Ridge overall. Olivia Ball checks into the game, subbing in for number 1, Addie Stater. Now Asia McDonald serving for the Arrows. Running jump serve, clears the net. And a forward set over the net and beyond the end line will give Lancaster the first lead of the match, 16 serving 15. Asia McDonald serving once again. Jump serve, ball hit sky high, and that'll be an ace as Elena Gage couldn't control it cleanly for River Ridge, and Diane Langmeyer wants to talk with her Wolves. 17-15, Lancaster leads River Ridge in set number 1. We'll take a timeout with them back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Do you remember the last time you checked your well water to see if it was safe to drink? Bacteria can leak into your well in as little as 6 months. The Department of Natural Resources recommends that you check your well annually for contaminants. LV Labs on South Madison Street in Lancaster, Wisconsin can test your water to make sure that what's in your glass is safe for you and your family to drink. Stop in or give them a call to pick up your test kit today. Visit LV Labs on Facebook or call 608-723-4096.
Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
In Game 3.
Lancaster leads River Ridge 17-15 in set number 1 in our opening night of high school volleyball on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Asia McDonald back to serve for Lancaster, running jump serve. It's a liner over the net, quickly returned by River Ridge. Wolves get it right back, and a backwards pass sends it to the front row, and a set will send it over on the third hit for the Wolves. Rukoff setting it up on the far side for Olivia Ball. Sends it to the back row on the Ridge side. Now the Wolves go on the attack, and that one too strong beyond the end line. But they're going to say it was ricocheted off the fingertips of a Lancaster player, so it will be River Ridge serve. And back to serve for the Wolves will be number 1, Aaron Adrian. And while they retrieve the ball from the stage here at River Ridge, we'll tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by the Dental Office, located in Lancaster, Wisconsin. The Dental Office is a trusted name for high-quality family dental care, proud to be the preferred provider of dentistry in Lancaster, Wisconsin. And the serve goes beyond the end line for a service error. And now it will be 18 serving 16. Lancaster serving, and the libero, Lauren Rukoff, set to serve. Rukoff slaps it over, played in the back row by Elena Gage. Backwards pass, and another backwards pass by Ava Nice. Sends it over to the back row for Lancaster. Girls quickly return it to the Wolves side, and hitting it into the net is Ava Nice, and no one along the front row could recover. Lancaster now with their biggest lead of the match. 19 serving 16. Rukoff will continue her service. Rukoff sends it over, clears the net. Forward set, and now another set for the third hit, sends it over to the Lancaster side. And an attack on the far side goes into the net. Olivia Ball couldn't clear the net. River Ridge gets the point. 17 serving 19. So Brewer checks out, and back in is number 3, Elena Clark. Clark serve punches it over. Rukoff plays it in the back row for the Arrows. Now an attack by Olivia Ball. Sends it to the back row on the River Ridge side. Now hitting it into the net is Josie Drone along the near side. As River Ridge now having a hard time returning hits to the Lancaster side. It's 20 serving 17. Arrows trying to close out the Wolves in set number 1. Relly Horse serve is played by Ridge. They return it on the third hit. Rukoff in the back row for the Arrows. And a side hit by Asia McDonald clears the net. Goes over to the River Ridge side, and a great block at the net by Addison Morgan. Addison Morgan and Audrey Foley along the front row. Tag teaming on that. 21 serving 17. Horse sets a serve again. Flat-footed serve, center of the end line. Returned by River Ridge on the third hit. Here's a setup in the middle hitter spot. Right side attack. Great pancake save by River Ridge. And the Arrows have it back on their side. And a forward set would have gone out of bounds, but Aaron Adrian kept it alive and hit it into the gym wall. And it's 22 serving 17 as the Arrows having a strong close to set number 1. Relly Horse serve just clears the net. Quickly returned by Mallory Krubel. And now the Arrows on the attack in the middle hitter spot. Arrows with it in the back row. And a backwards pass along the front row sends it back, and a nice diving dig by Rukoff. Backwards pass by Olivia Ball. And now the Arrows go out, or Wolves go on the attack. Josie Drone sends it to the back row on the Lancaster side. Krubel sets it up for Drone. Drone on the attack, but a whistle, and couldn't see what the official's signaling, but it looks like it's a point for River Ridge. 18 serving 22. Ends what was an intense rally for just a moment. Josie Drone punches it over to the Lancaster side, and Lancaster can't return it. Couldn't get it over on the third hit. Ridge gets the point. 19 serving 22. Drone serving again on the far end line. In the back row by Olivia Ball, pushed ahead, and the attack goes into the net as Horse set it up for Ball, but Ball hits it into the net. And just as I say, Lancaster was getting things going. Ridge getting back into it, and a timeout taken by Lancaster. 22 serving 20. Lancaster in front, back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
If you suffer from chronic sinus infections known as sinusitis and over-the-counter medicine or prescriptions aren't helping, you might be a candidate for balloon sinuplasty, an innovative, non-invasive outpatient procedure now available at Grant Regional Health Center. This treatment can gently and safely widen the sinuses, allow drainage, and provide long-term relief for chronic sufferers. Visit our website, grantregional.com/ENT to learn more. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpdl.com.
In Game 4.
(20 serving 22 in set number 1. River Ridge sending it over. And that is an ace for the Wolves. And just like that, they were just down 5 a moment ago. They're back to within 1. As Josie Drone authors an ace. 21 serving 22. Drone serving again. Rainbow serve played in the back row by Olivia Ball. Then sent over on the third hit by Audrey Foley. Wolves go on the attack from the back row, rolls over the net and on the Lancaster side, and we are tied at 22. Drone will serve again. Drone slaps it over. Rukoff plays in the back row for Lancaster. Here's the attack in the middle hitter spot. River Ridge able to return it. And a miscommunication as Riley Horth tried to set it up, but Rukoff caught out of position. Now the Wolves back in front by 1. 23 serving 22. They are looking to close out the Arrows in set 1. Served by Drone, played in the back row by the Arrows, and now the attack by Olivia Ball goes inbounds on that far corner, able to paint the corner, and we are tied at 23 apiece in our opening set. A fun opening set at that as Olivia Ball will try keep the points going for Lancaster. Serve sent to the back row, Elena Clark able to return it for River Ridge. Let's get it right back. And hitting it into the net is Ava Nice, and we have set points with Lancaster set to serve. And a timeout by River Ridge. That's their final of this set. Again, 24 serving 23, set point in set number 1. We'll keep it here and tell you that our match is brought to you by Mount City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to see equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. I'm my rural mutual agents, John Ragetz and Nadine Dahl with Ragetz & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Volleyball also brought to you by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Set point in set number 1. Olivia Ball will serve for the Arrows. Her serve clears the net. Elena Gage pushes it ahead and over the net to the Lancaster side. Arrows on the attack. Great dig in the back row by Erin Adrian. Now a forward set for Ava Nice. Sends it to the Arrows side. Backwards pass sends it to the back row on River Ridge side. Erin Adrian pushes ahead to Krubel, and her set is played in the back row by Rukoff. Here's the setup in the middle for the Arrows. Quickly returned by River Ridge. Arrows go on the attack again. This time on the near side, but they go cross court. And Elena Clark able to keep it alive for River Ridge, and a high arcing set sends it over to the Lancaster side. Now here's the attack. A ricochet at the front of the net. And here's the send over by Elena Gage on the third hit. Rukoff plays in the back row for Lancaster. And a strong hit playing the back row by River Ridge. Now returned to the Lancaster side. An intense rally between these two. It's set point for Lancaster, and Elena Gage sends it over with the left hand. Played in the back row by Lancaster. Here's the cross-court kill. It goes beyond the corner, but it was last touched by Lancaster, or touched by River Ridge rather. And Lancaster takes the opening set, 25-23. What a rally to close out set number 1. My goodness. Lancaster 25, River Ridge 23. Lancaster leading 1-0. The teams will switch sides and we'll bring you set number 2 coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Show your school spirit with every swipe. People's State Bank offers debit cards featuring your local school's mascot. And now through September 30th, you can upgrade for 50% off. Even better, $5 from your card fee goes right back to your school. It's an easy way to support your team and look good doing it. Visit any People's State Bank location to upgrade your debit card today. Iowa sales tax may apply to fees and service charges. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
It's harvest time, and Scenic Rivers Energy Co-op reminds you to be safe on the farm with this helpful tip. Always use a spotter or someone to make sure that contact is not made with a line when moving large equipment or high loads. This safety tip from Scenic Rivers Energy Co-op. In Game 5.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster takes set number 1, 25-23. We'll have set number 2 after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
in Game 6.
If it's a double 50 or double 4 parlor you milk, see Fuller's Milker Center, your Gia dealer. Fuller's offers a complete line of high technology solutions to make your dairy a model of efficiency with state-of-the-art milking systems, revolutionary milking units, and the latest in udder prep and post-dipping systems with the best in automated animal monitoring. No matter how many cows you milk, you can rely on Fuller's Milker Center, LLC in Lancaster and Richland Center to keep your operation at peak efficiency.
Fuller's Milker Center.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpdl.com.
In Game 6.
Set number 2 from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. Lancaster leading 1-0 on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Tyler Dutanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Very fun back and forth. Set number 1, River Ridge was leading set 1 10-5 before Lancaster would take the lead, and they would lead 22-17 before Ridge would tie it up at 22 and take the lead 23-22 before Lancaster was able to close out set number 1 25-23. It is River Ridge's serve. They are attacking from left to right as we see it from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Here's the serve from Josie Drone, sent to the back row, and Rukoff able to control it cleanly, and the return goes out of bounds on the far sideline, and River Ridge will get the first point in set number 2, trailing 1-0. As Drone set to serve again. 1-0. Ball clears the net. Ball popped up, and a backwards pass for the second hit and for the third hit to send it back over to the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack, and a left-handed hit by number 21, Ava Nice. Goes to the back row for Lancaster. Arrows control it in the back row. Now here's the setup on the far side for Elena Gage. And they say Gage went under the net. And it will be Lancaster's point. 1-1. Early going in set number 2. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For Hardwood Flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. River Ridge gets the point off the serve of number 5, Relly Horth. And Ridge now leading 2-1 in set number 2. And the service goes into the net as Ava Nice, her running jump serve, hits the net for a service error. Have that as the 4th of the match overall for River Ridge. And Olivia Ball will serve for Lancaster, 2-2. Ball serve clears the net. Controlled by Sosie Hoffman, and a backwards pass by Krubel sends it over for the third hit. Here's the setup in the middle, and a set sends it to the back row for River Ridge. Drone pushes ahead to Krubel, and Aaron Adrian taps it over for the third hit. Arrows quickly return it, and just painting the end line. I believe that was Asia McDonald along the near side. Able to find a gap where the River Ridge players weren't standing, and Lancaster with their first lead of the second set, leading 1-0, now 3-2. Will be a ball standing serve into the net, service error. And down is her first service error of the match. Volleyball tonight brought to you by Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Stella Brewer checking into the match now, subbing in for Elena Clark. And we will see number 15, Mallory Krubel, serving. Her serve as a liner. Played in the back row by Rukoff, pushed ahead. And a great block at the net by Aaron Adrian. And Ridge gets the point. I beg your pardon, Lancaster gets the point. It's 4-3. The ball must have went out of bounds on the far sideline. And a running jump serve by Addison Morgan. Clears the net, and Ridge can't return it cleanly. That'll be a point for Lancaster. 5-3. Addison Morgan serving again. Running jump serve right side of the end line. Played in the back row by Elena Gage. Gets it right back out of set. Sends it over, and the ball rolls over the net and goes out of bounds. And it will be River Ridge's point. 4 serving 5. Elena Gage sets a serve. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Southpaw hitter Gage authors an ace as Rukoff couldn't dive and dig that one out. 5 serving 5 in set number 2. Lancaster won set number 1, 25-23. Gage with a running jump serve, sends it over with the left hand. Rukoff plays this one cleanly, pushes ahead to Horth. And now a far side attack by Foley. Dug out the back row by River Ridge, and a set push too strong over the net and over the end line by Aaron Adrian. Gives Lancaster the point, 6 serving 5. Subbing in now is Sosie Hoffman. She'll replace Audrey Foley, and it will be Sosie Hoffman serving for the Arrows. Hoffman with a right-handed serve, punches over. Josie Drone sends it to the front row. Drone gets it back on a set, and unable to play it is Rukoff. And we are tied at 6 in set number 2. River Ridge serving with Aaron Adrian set for her service. Aaron Adrian with a couple power dribbles, now running jump serve. That one a liner played by Rukoff, and Rukoff hits it into the net, and that'll be an ace for Aaron Adrian. Her second ace unofficially of the match. River Ridge back in front, 7 serving 6. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. So played in the back row by Rukoff and returned to the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack, and what a hit by Ava Nice. Able to paint it right in front of the back row for Lancaster. It's 8 serving 6. Aaron Adrian now serving on the far side of the floor. Running jump serve, and a whistle as River Ridge gets the point. I didn't see what the call was, but it's River Ridge's point, 9 serving 6. Adrian serving again, and her serve goes into the net for a service error. Aaron Adrian's first service error of the match. Makes it 7 serving 9. Lancaster's serve with Asia McDonald, one of the seniors on the team, set to serve for the Arrows. Down with a couple power dribbles. Now running jump serve from the right side of the end line, skirts the top of the net, but rolls onto the River Ridge side. And the Wolves return it on the third hit. 50-50 ball at the net, and that one slapped down for the kill by Josie Drone. 10 serving 7. Wolves in control in set number 2, trailing 1 set to none. Stella Brewer checks out of the game, and now back in is number 3, Elena Clark. Elena Clark standing serve, right side of the end line. Ball played in the back row by Sosie Hoffman. Now return to the back row, and a backward set sends it over to the Lancaster side. Arrows go on the attack on the near side. Sent to the back row for River Ridge. The Arrows now have it on their side along the back row. And the ball hits the antenna. It's going to be out of bounds. Olivia Ball couldn't hit it straight. And it will be 11 serving 7. Wolves in front in set number 2. Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Lena Clark's serve. Returned by Lancaster on the third hit. Here's a setup on the near side, and on the attack, getting it down in the kill. Powering that one down is Ava Nice. Ava Nice hitting it with the left hand, able to split the 2 rows. 5-point lead for Ridge in set number 2. 12 serving 7. Trying to tie it up at a set apiece. Here's a standing serve by Elena Clark. It goes into the net for a service error. 6th service error unofficially for River Ridge. It's now 8 serving 12 with the libero, Lauren Rukoff, the senior, to serve for Lancaster. Rukoff's serve clears the net. Josie Jerome plays it for the Wolves, and now a far side attack by Ava Nice. Sends it to the back row for Lancaster, and a 50-50 ball at the net. Ball hit under the net by Lancaster. River Ridge will get the point, as Relly Horse was trying to dive to keep it alive, but send it over under the net instead. 13 serving 8. Wolves in front. Josie Drone. Her serve played in the front row by the Arrows, and Lancaster will return it on the third hit. 50-50 ball at the net. Mallory Krubel able to send it over. Ball hit into the net and somehow kept alive by the Arrows. Ridge sends it over on the second hit. Here's the attack at the net by Lancaster. Wolves keep it alive, and a cross-court kill from the far side for Elena Gage. Had a lot of power behind that one, and a timeout taken by Lancaster. 14-8. River Ridge leads Lancaster in set number 2. Lancaster leading 1-0. We'll take a timeout with them back after this on 97.7 Country and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In Game 7.
Josie Drone serving 14, serving 8. River Ridge leading set number 2. Lancaster leading 1-0. Lancaster able to return it on the third hit. Here's a setup in the middle for Mallory Krubel, tapped over by Ava Nice. Quickly returned by the Arrows. And now the Arrows get it right back as they send it over to the back row. River Ridge sets it up on the far side for Gage and sends it over with the left hand. Played in the back row by Rukoff. 50-50 ball at the net, and Ava Nice has the advantage. Ridge gets the point. 15 serving 8. Mallory Krubel with her second kill unofficially of the match. And it will be Josie Drone serving 15, serving 8. Drone sends it over with the right hand. Played in the back row by Asia McDonald. Lancaster sends it over on the third hit. Set up in the middle. And a near side attack. What a hit by Ava Nice. Ava Nice going full send. You can see the smoke coming off that one. 16, serving 8. As the Wolves separating themselves from the Arrows in set number 2, trying to tie it up. Here's Josie Drone again. Serve slapped over with the right hand. Now far side attack, ball pushed over by Addison Morgan. Quickly returned by the by the Wolves. Arrows go on the attack near side. Ball deflected at the net. Gage pops it up and returned from the back row on the River Ridge side. Here's a 50-50 ball at the net. That one's slapped over by Nice. Kept alive though by the Arrows. Right-handed send over, and now the attack by Gage, dug up in the back row by McDonald. Side pass by Horth, sends it to the back row. Now an attack near side for Ava Nice. Ball popped up, kept alive. Backwards pass for the third hit. Played in the back row by the Ridge side. And a turnaround set. Pushes it over to the Lancaster side, and Josie Drone can't handle it on the far side of the floor for River Ridge. An intense rally ends with Lancaster getting the point, 9 serving 16. Arrows trying to claw their way back in set number 2 as they lead 1-0, taking the first set 25-23, and what was a back and forth set. Service played in the back row by Josie Drone, pushed ahead by Krubel. Nice sends it over on the third hit. Now a set up in the middle for the Arrows. Backwards pass sends it to the back row for the River Ridge side. Josie Drone loads up from the back row. Ball popped up in the back row. Rukoff pushes ahead. Here's the attack by Ball. Ball deflected at the net. Ridge can't control it. Lancaster gets the point. 10 serving 16. You've seen Lancaster go on a run in the first set. See if they got another one in them here. Here's the serve from Relly Horth. Her serve's a liner. Popped up in the back row. Ball pushed ahead and a backwards hit by number 15, Mallory Krubel. Sends it to the back row on the Lancaster side. Arrows quickly return it. Now here's the attack by Nice. Able to tap that one down, and Ridge will get the point, I believe. No. Near side official. Talking with the ladder official, and now they're saying it's Ridge's point. I was curious what that was because it looked like it landed cleanly on the Lancaster side along the near sideline. And it will be River Ridge's serve. It's now 17 serving 10. As we will see a freshman, number 23, Layla Gage, serving for River Ridge. Here's Gage's serve. The serve clears the net. Rukoff plays it in the back row. And a great setup and an attack, but a great block and kill at the net by number 15, Mallory Krubel. Mallory Krubel stonewalled that hit. 18 serving 10. Layla Gage will serve again. Gage with a couple power dribbles, now a running jump serve. Clears the net. McDonald pushes ahead to the front row. Here's the setup for Ball. Layla Gage plays in the back row for River Ridge off the attack. And Aaron Adrian able to clear the net and the fingertips of a couple Lancaster players. Ball lands between the two rows. Ridge gets the point. 19 serving 10. All Wolves. They're dominant in this second set. Trying to tie it up at one set apiece. Layla Gage serving again. And her serve goes beyond the end line for a service error. And the Arrows will now serve. Olivia Ball will serve for the Arrows. Serving right side of the end line. Ball clears the net. Josie Drone pushes ahead, and Krubel taps it over, and no one on the front row for Lancaster can control it. Goes out of bounds. 20 serving 11. As the Timberwolves trying to close out this second set. Tie things up at one set apiece. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz of the group for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. The serve for River Ridge results in a carry for Lancaster, and it's a 10-point lead in set number 2 for River Ridge. 21 serving 11. Mallory Krubel set to serve again. Krubel serve, center of the end line, played in the back row. And the hit goes into the net, and it's 22 serving 11, all Wolves here in set number 2. Mallory Krubel serving again. Serve played by Rukoff, returned to the River Ridge side. Here's the setup for Erin Adrian. She taps it over, kept alive on the far side by Relly Horth. Arrows return it on the third hit. Here's the setup, and Elena Gage taps it over with the left hand, paints the line, and River Ridge gets the point. 23 serving 11. Boy, Ridge a lot more precise in this second set. Krubel sends it over with the right hand. Rukoff plays in the back row for Lancaster. Here's the attack on the far side, and a great block at the net by number 10. That's Stella Brewer. The 5'7" sophomore. Set point for River Ridge, 24 serving 11. And a quick sub for the Wolves, number 14, Ava Edge in. Subbing in for Elena Gage. Krubel serving, set point, 24 serving 11. Serve clears the net on the far side. Now an attack, that one goes beyond the end line. And River Ridge takes a commanding set number 2, 25-11. And we are tied at one set apiece at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. We'll bring you set number 3 coming up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 8.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In game 8.
High school volleyball on 97.7 Country WGLR, brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. We are tied at 1 set apiece here at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. We'll bring you set number 3 after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Hi,
this
nine.
is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Mattresses are not something that you should have to unbox and set up yourself. Frankly, they're cumbersome. That's why at Dubuque Mattress, we deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. And it's not just for people in Dubuque. We deliver just about anywhere. Chicago, Des Moines, Minneapolis, Kansas City, or anywhere in between. So, when it's time for you to get a new mattress, let Dubuque Mattress take care of all of it for you. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In game 9.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you from the best seat in the house, the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For sure, what's to be your best seat in the house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and ayersfurniture.com. We had a halftime report to be brought to you by McNett Electric. For all of your electrical needs, call McNett Electric in Belmont. Lancaster took set number 1 in a back and forth set 25-23, and River Ridge dominant in set number 2, 25-11. So we are tied at a set apiece. So essentially we are now down to best 2 out of 3. The teams have switched sides. River Ridge will attack from right to left. Lancaster from left to right, as we see it from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our volleyball coverage tonight brought to you by Northland Buildings. For a quality Northland building built tough for the Northland, contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post frame buildings. Also by Sheetles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Sheetles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Lancaster will serve first in set number 3. It's Relly Horse sending it over for the Arrows. River Ridge quickly returns it, and the Arrows hit it into the net. River Ridge, for the 3rd consecutive set, gets the opening point, 1-0. Josie Jerome now set to serve for the Wolves. Standing serve, right side end line, played in the back row by Lancaster, and Elena Gage punches it back over with the left hand. Arrows go on the attack far side, great block at the net, and a 50-50 ball will land on the River Ridge side and give the Arrows the point. It's 1-1, tied at a set apiece in a very stuffy gym at River Ridge High School tonight. Olivia Ball sends it over with the right hand. Elena Gage pushes to the front row for Krubel. Gage gets it back, loads up for the attack. Rukoff punches it up, but a net violation called against the Arrows will give River Ridge the point. 2 serving 1, and Ava Nice will serve. Left-handed serve clears the net, and hitting it into the net on the Lancaster side is Addison Morgan. River Ridge now with a 3-1 lead in set number 3. Again, Lancaster took set 1, 25-23. Ridge taking set 2, 25-11. Here's another running jump serve for Ava Nice. Played in the back row, 50-50 ball at the net. Lands on the Lancaster side. Arrows go on the attack on the far side, and a high arcing return goes over the end line. Asia McDonald had a little too much mustard on it. And the Wolves continuing the momentum from set number 2. taking a 4-1 lead in set number 3. As the sophomore Ava Nice set to serve once again. Ava Nice running jump serve, slaps it over with the left hand. Played in the back row by Asia McDonald. Now a set up in the middle for Addison Morgan. River Ridge with it on their side. Elena Gage punches it over for the third hit. Great diving dig in the back for River Ridge by Elena Clark. Ball returns to the Lancaster side. Arrows push it over. Now Krubel setting it up. Here's the attack by Adrian. Kept alive somehow by the Arrows, and a side pass sends it over, clears the net. Wolves go on the attack. 50-50 ball at the net. Kept alive on the Lancaster side. Ball punched over, played in the back row by Ridge. Here's the attack by the Wolves. Ball tapped over, kept alive by Relly Horth. Now a 50-50 ball at the net, punched over. Played in the back row by Ridge. Elena Gage loads up, far side, goes beyond the far sideline, and Lancaster gets the point. Or no. They say a net violation on Lancaster. As Asia McDonald talking with the ladder official. Say it was on her, and now they say the Wolves get the point. Ava Nice serving again, 5 serving 1. Rukoff plays in the back row for Lancaster. Ball sent over on the third hit. Wolves on the attack near side. Great block at the net by Addison Morgan. Arrows go on the attack far side. Ava Nice along the back row. Somehow ball's kept alive. Ball clears the net on the Lancaster side for the third hit. And ball pushed over and kept alive, and painting the end line on a forward set is Audrey Foley. An unconventional kill, but it works nonetheless. And ends the River Ridge run. 2 serving 5. Arrows trying to get back into it in set number 3. Addison Morgan punches it over. Played in the back row by Ridge. Wolves go on the attack, and a forward set sends it over. Now an attack in the middle. Ball kept alive, and Elena Clark can't send it over on the third hit. Lancaster gets the point. 3 serving 5. Morgan set to serve once again. Running jump serve for Addison Morgan. Hits it into the net for a service error. Second of the match unofficially for Addison Morgan. She'll sub out Rukoff back in. Serving for River Ridge will be number 15, Mallory Krubel. Krubel serve, clears the net. Played in the back row by Addie Stater. And a whistle at the net, and Lancaster gets the point. 4 serving 6. And Sosie Hoffman back in the match. She'll serve for the Arrows. Hoffman serve over the net. Played by Aaron Adrian. Now an attack far side. And they're going to say it was just out of bounds along the near sideline. And it is Lancaster's point. Just like that, the Arrows within 1. 5 serving 6. Sosie Hoffman serving. Hoffman sends it over. Here's the setup in the middle. Near side attack. Ball blocked at the net, but kept alive on the Ridge side. As great diving dig by Rukoff to keep it alive, but couldn't keep it in play. It cleared the net, but went out of bounds on the far side, and Ridge gets the point. They're back in front by 2, 7 serving 5, with Elena Gage, the 5'6" senior, set to serve for the Wolves. Punched over with the left hand. Rukoff sets it up for the second hit. Backwards pass by McDonald, sends it over for the third. As Josie Drone tried to keep it alive and send it over, but it lands on the River Ridge side on the third hit. And it will be Lancaster's point and serve. 6 serving 7. Asia McDonald serving now for Lancaster. So we have a brief delay trying to get the subs all straightened out. Official blows the whistle. We're set to resume. McDonald sends it over, and a I got it, no, you got it. between Josie Drone and Elena Gage results in an ace for Lancaster. Aisha McDonald credited with the ace. And we are tied at 7. Tied at 1 set apiece on opening night of high school volleyball in the state of Wisconsin. Running jump serve by McDonald, kept alive by River Ridge, and a cross-court kill. Way too much on it for Aaron Adrian. And the Arrows are now in front in set number 3, 8 serving 7. Our audio stream tonight powered by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. McDonald serving again. Serve clears the net. Elena Gage pushes it to the front row, but Aaron Adrian can't control it. And a 2-point lead for the Arrows, and a timeout taken by Diane Langmeyer of River Ridge. 9-7, Lancaster leading in set number 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece. We'll take a timeout with them back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In-game 10.
Hardware, Do It Best's new location is now open in Fenimore at 280 Lincoln Avenue. Your full-service hardware store offers even more, from Milwaukee and DeWalt tools to Valspar paint, plumbing, housewares, key cutting, and more. Lawn and garden covered. Electrical and fasteners, absolutely. Come see Krantz Hardware Do It Best at their new location. The new Krantz Hardware Do It Best. Open Monday through Friday 7 to 6, Saturday 8 to 4, and Sunday 10 to 2.
It's harvest time, and Scenic Rivers Energy Co-op reminds you to be safe on the farm with this helpful tip. Be careful not to raise any equipment such as ladders, poles, or rods into power lines. This safety tip from Scenic Rivers Energy Co-op.
In-game 10.
Nine serving 7, Lancaster in front, and River Ridge can't return the serve. It's now 10 serving 7 as the Arrows, finding momentum in set number 3, trailed 5-1 earlier in the set, now have a 10-7 lead. Running jump serve by Asia McDonald, goes into the net for a service error. That'll end the Lancaster run, at least for a moment. Now the Wolves will try and put something together, as it'll be number 4, Kaylee Krantz, the 5'5" junior, serving for the first time tonight. Serve by Krantz clears the net, and that'll be an ace, as the Arrows unable to return it. Nice pancake along the back row to keep it alive, but it goes into the net. 9 serving 10. Krantz serves again. Ball play in the back row by the Arrows. Now a far side attack, and arcs too much over the end line. And Ridge will get the point, and just like that, we are tied at 10. Olivia Ball had a little too much on it. Krantz will serve. Serve is a liner played in the back by Addie Stater. Sent to the front row, now returned to the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack, near side. Drone loads up. Great block at the net by the Arrows. They have a nice full try. She sends it over the net. Ball kept alive by the Arrows along the front row. Olivia Ball with a side pass. Sends it to the back row on the River Ridge side. Drone loads up. Far side attack. Goes cross court. And somehow Rukoff able to send it over on the third hit. Now Ava Nice sends it over with the left hand over the net. Goes out of bounds. Hits the antenna. Lancaster gets the point. They're back in front, 11 serving 10. Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, when they say we can do that, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Lauren Rukoff serving for the Arrows. Ball played by Josie Drone, but no one there to recover. And that'll be an ace for Rukoff. And that is her first ace of the match unofficially. 12 serving 10. Rukoff serve. It's a liner over the net. Elena Gage pushes ahead to the front row. Here's the attack. And getting it down is Ava Edge. But was it in bounds? They say it is. Edge will get the kill. And the point for River Ridge. And the Wolves will serve. 11 serving 12 in set number 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece. Elena Clark serving now for River Ridge. Played in the back row by the libero, Rukoff. And ball pushed over, kept alive along the back row. May have had a chance to go out of bounds. But River Ridge able to return it on the third hit. Here's the setup on the far side for ball. Taps the top of the net, and it goes out of bounds. It will be River Ridge's point, and we are tied at 12. Lena Clark serves again. Serve rainbows over the net, kept alive by Rukoff, and the third hit sent over by Addison Morgan. Now an attack on the far side. Great block at the net by Morgan. And a return by Ava Nice on the far side. Morgan loads up, but able to just tap it over. Quickly returned by River Ridge. Arrows go on the attack on the far side. Ball loads up. Kept alive by River Ridge along the back row. Arrows have it back. Ball loads up again. Sends it over with the right hand. Played in the back row by Gage. And now drone loads up near side. Kept alive by Addison Morgan. Set up by Horth. And Morgan pushes it over for the third hit. Backward set. Tapped over by Nice. Arrows on the attack, and finding the gap is Olivia Ball. Lancaster gets the point. They're back in front, 13 serving 12. Relly Horth, the junior, serving. There's a serve by Horth. Played in the back row by Elena Gage. Now the attack by Drone, and Drone will get the kill. Able to spin it off the fingertips of number 6, Addison Morgan. River Ridge gets the point, 13 serving 13, with Josie Drone serving. Josie Drone slaps it over with the right hand, and off the side of Olivia Ball's arm along the back row. River Ridge back in front now off the ace. Second ace of the match for Josie Drone. She serves again, 14 serving 13. Ball clears the net. Olivia Ball plays it in the back row, sets it up for Audrey Foley. Foley sends it over with the right hand. Ridge keeps it alive. They send it over on the third hit, and that one out of bounds, cross court. And we are tied at 14. Lancaster serving. Olivia Ball sends it over with the right hand. Grubel sets it up for Ava Nice, pushes it over on a set. Now a side pass for the third hit for Lancaster, sends it to the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack in the middle. 50-50 ball at the net, controlled by Lancaster. They send it over with the right hand. Ball hits the rafters and just out of the reach of number 7, Josie Drone. Off the ricochet, and Lancaster back in front, 15 serving 14. As Ridge makes a substitution, checking out is Kaylee Krantz. Back in the match is number 1, Erin Adrian. And we'll see Olivia Ball serving again for the Arrows. And her serve played and kept alive and then returned on the third hit. Somehow kept alive by River Ridge. Now the Arrows send it over along the front row. Addison Morgan had a little too much mustard on the set. Goes over the net and over the end line. And we are tied at 15 apiece. Ava Nice serving for the Wolves. Running jump serve sent over with the left hand. Just clears the net. Trying to pancake it and keep it alive was number 1, Addie Stater, but it will go down as an ace for the Wolves. They're back in front, 16 serving 15 in set 3, tied at 1 set apiece. First ace of the match for Ava Nice. Serve sent over with the left hand. Kept alive along the back row for the Arrows. Now punch back over with the right hand by Asia McDonald. Wolves return it, but it goes out of bounds on the far sideline as it goes over the net. And it will be Lancaster's serve, tied at 16. Addison Morgan serving for the Arrows. Running jump serve with the right hand. And that goes beyond the end line for a service error. Tried to keep it in bounds, but just a hair too much on it. (17) serving 16. As a substitution now for River Ridge in the match is Ava Edge. That will send Elena Clark to take a seat. Mallory Krubel serving for the Wolves. And that will go down as an ace for Krubel as service played initially cleanly along the back row, but then ricocheted out of bounds. And it will be 18 serving 16. Krubel serving again. Serve rainbows over the net. Controlled in the back row by Lancaster. Here's the attack by Asia McDonald, and that goes beyond the end line. And Ridge going on a bit of a run here, and a timeout taken by Lancaster. Madison Devlin wants to talk things over with her team. River Ridge leading set number 3, 19-16. Tied at 1 set apiece. We'll keep it here. Tell you that our volleyball tonight brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Also by Russell Offices, here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. By Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. River Ridge serving 19, serving 16 in set number 3, tied at 1 set apiece on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Best seat in the house as Mallory Krubel serves it coming out of the Lancaster timeout. Arrows keep it alive, but it's going to be 4 hits, and you still can't do that in volleyball, and River Ridge will get the point. 20 serving 16. Wolves trying to close out set number 3 and take a 2-1 lead. Standing serve for Mallory Krubel, played in the back row by the Arrows. Sent over on the 3rd hit, whistle at the net. And they're going to say an elbow. Hit the net by one of the Ridge players, and it will be a point for Lancaster. So 17 serving 20. As Sosie Hoffman, the junior, serving for Lancaster. Serve played by Josie Drone. Now here's the setup. Ava Ed sends it over with the right hand. Played the back row by Rukoff. Here's the setup in the middle. And the attack by Maddie Burr goes down for a kill. What a shot. Maddie Burr went full send. Arrows back to within 2, 18 serving 20. Hoffman slaps it over with the right hand. Ball pushed to the front row on the River Ridge side. Great block at the net by Maddie Burr. Burr credited with back-to-back points for the Arrows, and it's a 1-point margin. Arrows 1 point away from tying things up at 20. 19 serving 20 in set number 3. Serve arcs over the net. Elena Gage deflects it momentarily, and Josie Drone side pass clears the net for the 3rd hit. Here's the attack by McDonald, dug up in the back row by Ava Nice, and we are tied at 20 in set 3. Back and forth we go in Patch Grove. Sosie Hoffman serves it along the middle of the end line. Ball clears the net. River Ridge quickly returns it. Here's the setup in the middle for Burr. Burr taps it over. Krubel keeps it alive on the Ridge side. Elena Gage tries to tap it over. Great block at the net. 50-50 ball. Kept alive momentarily. Double hit called against Lancaster. And Ridge gets the point, and they're back in front. 21 serving 20. Elena Gage, number 33, will serve. Running jump serve sent over with the left hand. Rukoff pushes to the front row on the Lancaster side, and a side pass by Hoffman will send it over the net to the Ridge side. Wolves quickly return it. Right-handed hit by Asia McDonald, sends it to the back row on the River Ridge side. Here's the setup in the middle as Rukoff punches it sky high, but no one there to recover. Ricochet off the roof, a little too strong. Wolves now lead by 2, 22 serving 20 in set 3. And a substitution for River Ridge coming up here. Layla Gage will check into the game, and that will send Ava Edge to the bench. Elena Gage serving. 22 serving 20. Running jump serve with the left hand. Skirts the top of the net and goes down for an ace. Had just enough rotation to roll over the net and between the 2 rows. River Ridge 2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. Here's the serve by Gage. Punched over, played in the back row by Stater. Sets it up for Burr, and Burr gets it down for the kill. Maddie Burr having herself a set for the Arrows. Trying to keep them back in this third set. 21 serving 23. Asia McDonald will serve for Lancaster. McDonald's serve clears the net. Lena Gage pops it up along the back row for River Ridge. Here's the attack by Drone. Drone somehow gets it down. Able to keep it out of reach of the diving Sosie Hoffman. It is set point for River Ridge. 24 serving 21 at a timeout, I believe. Or no, just a quick sub here. As Kaylee Krantz checks in, sending Aaron Adrian to the bench. And Kaylee Krantz, the 5'5 junior, will serve. 24 serving 21. Arrows return it on the third hit. River Ridge goes on the attack. Ball somehow clears the net. Now Olivia Ball sends it over with the right hand for the third hit. Mallory Krubel with the setup for Drone. Drone goes on the attack. Ricochets off the fingertips of a Lancaster player. And River Ridge does get the point, and they lead 2-1, taking set number 3, 25-21. We go to set number 4. The teams will switch sides, and we'll bring you set number 4 coming up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 11.
Show your school spirit with every swipe. People's State Bank offers debit cards featuring your local school's mascot. And now through September 30th, you can upgrade for 50% off. Even better, $5 from your card fee goes right back to your school. It's an easy way to support your team and look good doing it. Visit any People's State Bank location to upgrade your debit card today. Iowa sales tax may apply to fees and service charges. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
In game 11.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge now with a 2-1 lead on the Lancaster Flying Arrows in non-conference high school volleyball to open up the 2025 high school volleyball season. We will bring you set number 4 coming up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game
You've seen
12.
him on the bag. Now follow him online. It's Lofi, Country Heart's mascot. And not only is he a cute little slice, he adds a bit of fun to Fridays. Follow Lofi on Facebook for Free Bread Fridays. Each week his posts may include a kid-friendly coloring page, a fun bit of trivia, or one of his famous dad jokes. Jokes may be stale, but his bread is always fresh. Just like his post each week for a chance to win a coupon for a free Country Hearth product. Join the party with Country Hearth and Lofi on Facebook.com/CountryHearthBreads. Because when the bread is free, the fun rises.
In game 12.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge now with a 2-1 lead on the Lancaster Flying Arrows, and winning this set will end the match. Lancaster has to win 2 sets in a row if they want to be victorious on opening night of high school volleyball. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. The teams have switched sides. River Ridge will attack from left to right, Arrows from right to left, as I see it from the booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Volleyball tonight brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. And by Breckler Insurance Group for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Lancaster took set number 1, 25-23, and River Ridge took the last 2 sets, 25-11 and 25-21. So we are at set number 4. And best of 5. If we go to a 5th and decisive set, it'll be first to 15, win by 2. And it will be Josie Drone serving for River Ridge. She sends it over with the right hand, and Rukoff plays it in the back row for Lancaster to open up set number 4. And that one returned by the Arrows, and a big-time hit by Addison Morgan, ricocheted off the fingertips of a River Ridge player along the front row. And for the first time tonight, Lancaster gets the opening point of a set. 1 serving 0, Lancaster on top. Again, they have to win this set to force that 5th and decisive set for tonight's match. And River Ridge goes on the attack on the near side. Ava Nice punches it over with the left hand. Goes off the side of the Lancaster player on the far side of the floor. It is 1 serving 1 with Ava Nice now serving for the Wolves. Running jump serve, and that one goes over the end line for a service error. Lancaster serve leading 2-1. Olivia Ball will serve now for the Arrows. Her serve has a little bit of an awkward rotation to it, but the Wolves try to return it, and a great block at the net. And a roof for number 11, Maddie Burr, having herself quite the night. I beg your pardon, that might have been number 17, Audrey Foley. 3 serving 1. Arrows with the serve. Ball played in the back row by Elena Clark, pushed ahead, and a return on the third hit for River Ridge. Back and forth, and now the ball goes out of bounds on the far side. It went off the fingertips of somebody, and it was off the fingertips of Lancaster, so it will be River Ridge's point. 2 serving 3. Mallory Krubel serving for River Ridge. Krubel serve, clears the net. Eddie Stater pushes ahead to the front row and now sent over to the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack. Elena Gage sends it over with the left hand. Rukoff digs it out in the back row for Lancaster. And a great attack on the far side by number 17, Audrey Foley. She'll get the kill. 4 serving 2. And it will be Addison Morgan serving for the Arrows. Morgan running jump serve. Elena Gage controls it in the back row. Sets it up for Layla Gage. Sends it over on a set. Arrows try to send it back over. It goes out of bounds on the far side, and it will be River Ridge's point. 3 serving 4. Ridge with a 2-1 lead. As Elena Gage, number 33, set to send it over. And a running jump serve punched over with the left hand. Rukoff plays it in the back row, sends it to the front row, and hitting it into the net is Audrey Foley, and that ties it up at 4. Elena Gage will serve again. Tied at 4, River Ridge with a 2-1 lead in Patch Grove. Serve clears the net, played in the back row by Eddie Stater, pushed to the front row, and now returned on the third hit along the near side. Now Josie Drone goes on the attack. Great block at the net by Foley. And somehow sent over by Krubel and lands on the Lancaster side. River Ridge back in front, 5 serving 4 in set number 4. Here's the running jump serve by Elena Gage. Clears the net. Audrey Foley pops it up. Rukoff sends it to the front row. Side pass by Asia McDonald sends it to the back row of the River Ridge side. Wolves go on the attack in the middle, and a great kill by Erin Adrian. Six serving 4. River Ridge now in control. Elena Gage continuing her service. Here's a running jump serve. Punched over again with the left hand, and that's an ace as Addie Stater couldn't control it. First ace of the match for Elena Gage unofficially. 7 serving 4. Ridge in front and a 2-1 lead. Opening night of high school volleyball in the state of Wisconsin. Great to have it back. Lancaster returns it on the third hit off the serve. River Ridge with it on their side. They send it over on the third hit. Here's a 50-50 ball at the net. Whistle blows. Who touched the net? And it's Ridge's point. Violation against Lancaster. 8 serving 4. Elena Gage taking a couple dribbles before she runs and jumps for her serve. Punched over with the left hand. Rukov controls it in the back row for Lancaster, and that one gets down for a kill. What a shot by Audrey Foley. Had the right combination of power and precision to paint the corner. 5 serving 8. That'll end the River Ridge run. See if the Arrows can put something together. Sosie Hoffman serving, and she hits it into the net for a service error. Nine serving 5 off the service error, and it's Aaron Adrian serving. And Aaron Adrian serve clears the net. Rukov pushes to the front row. Here's the attack in the middle by Burr, and that one goes beyond the end line. It'll be 10 serving 5. As Aaron Adrian able to get the ball off the stage here at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. Here's Adrian's serve. And that will be an ace as Stater couldn't control it in the back row, and a timeout taken by the Arrows. 11-5, River Ridge leads in set number 4 in a 2-1 lead. We'll keep it here. Tell you that our volleyball is brought to you by the Dental Office located in Lancaster, Wisconsin. The Dental Office is a trusted name for high-quality family dental care, proud to be the preferred provider of dentistry in Lancaster, Wisconsin. Also by Community First Bank, for you the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. And by Rural Mutual Agents, John Regetz and Deneen Dahl with Regetz and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. When our match is done, we will have the Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones post-match show. We'll pick out a Tricor Turning Point and the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP. A few different options we can go with, but still some business to take care of here as we are in set number 4. River Ridge leading 2-1 and an 11-5 lead in set 4. Aaron Adrian will serve for the Wolves coming out of the Lancaster timeout. Adrian with a couple power dribbles. She'll serve on the far side of the floor this time. Her serve clears the net. Popped up in the back row by Sosie Hoffman. Now sent up to the front row. Here's the attack. And a great job there. Great placement by number 12, Asia McDonald. Catching the back row players of River Ridge off guard. Lancaster gets the point. As the Arrows will try and claw their way back into set number 4. 6 serving 11. Asia McDonald's serve skirts the top of the net, but kept alive by River Ridge and returns to the Lancaster side. Olivia Ball punches it over with the right hand. Elena Gage pops it up in the back row, and now Josie Drone loads up for an attack. Sent to the back row, Rukov digs it out. Here's the attack by Burr, and that one gets down off the wrist of Elena Gage. Credit the kill to the Lancaster side. They get the point, 7 serving 11. Asia McDonald serving once again. Serving on the far side of the floor. Her serve goes over the net and over the end line for a service error. Her second of the match unofficially makes it 12 serving 7. River Ridge in front and a 2-1 lead. Match tonight brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at MountCityBank.com. Served by River Ridge is sent back to the Ridge side on the third hit by Lancaster. Now the attack from the back row goes beyond the end line. Well, too much power behind that one, and it will be 8 serving 12 with the libero number 2, Lauren Rukov serving for the Arrows. Running jump serve played in the back row. Elena Clark controls it, and Mallory Krubel hits it into the net instead of over, giving Lancaster the point, 9 serving 12. Rukov's serve clears the net and kept alive by Josie Drone. Backwards pass by Drone on the third hit, sends it to the Lancaster side. Olivia Ball loads up. Skirts the top of the net. Ridge keeps it alive. Now the Arrows go on the attack in the middle. Ball dug up in the back row by Elena Gage. Popped up, and now Aaron Adrian sends it over with the right hand. There's the attack on the near side by Olivia Ball. That one's down for the kill. Olivia Ball placing that one to knock it off the wrist of the front row players of River Ridge. And the Arrows are back to within 2. It's 10 serving 12. Here's the serve by Rukoff. It's a liner that clears the net. Krubel sets it up for the attack. Ava Nice sends it to the back row. Kept alive. Great dig by Asia McDonald. Ball returns to the Ridge side. We'll send it over on the second hit. Here's the attack in the middle. And a whistle as someone touched the net. And it will be Lancaster's point. It was the Ridge player. I believe it was Mallory Krubel who touched the net for the Wolves. And a 4-0 run makes it a 1-point margin in set number 4. 11 serving 12. 1 point away from tying things up for the Arrows. Here's the attack on the far side. Ball rolls over the top of the net, but kept alive. And then the set sends it over the net and paints the corner. And we are tied at 12. And now Diane Langmeyer wants to talk things over with her Timberwolves. River Ridge 12, Lancaster 12, and set number 4, River Ridge with a 2-1 lead. We'll keep it here. Today our match is brought to you by Ayers Furniture, sponsoring our broadcast booth this season. Ayers Furniture with the best seat in the house here tonight. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Our colors of the game today brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. And our starting lineups earlier today brought to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. And after the match, we'll have the Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-match show. We'll also have our Tri-Core Turning Point and the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP of the match. But business to tend to here. Tied at 12 in set number 4. Lancaster serving. Rukoff hits it into the net for a service error. First service error of the match for Lauren Rukoff. And it will be 13 serving 12. Ridge with the serve, and the serve by Josie Drone clears the net. Lancaster sends it over on the third hit. Ball pushed to the front row. Here's the setup for Elena Gage. That one tapped over. Arrows quickly return it. Now the Wolves send it over on 2 hits. 50-50 ball at the net. Tapped over by Ava Nice, and the front row players could control it. A carry called against Lancaster, and it's a 2-point lead for River Ridge in set number 4. 14 serving 12. A 2-1 lead for the Wolves. Here's the serve by Josie Drone, and it arcs over the end line for a service error. And that down is Josie Drone's first service error of the match. 13 serving 14. Serve punched over by Relly Hirth. And that will be an ace. And we are tied at 14 apiece. Couldn't tell if that one stayed in bounds or just ricocheted off a Ridge player. But we are tied at 14 in set 4. Served by Horth, returned by River Ridge. Great dig in the back by Rukoff to keep it alive for the Arrows. And a properly placed return along the front row by Lancaster, able to split the 2 rows. I believe that was Olivia Ball in the middle that was able to split them. And the Arrows are in front in set 4, leading 15-14. Relly Horth's serve goes into the net, service error. And it done is her first service error of the match. I believe that is service error number 10 on the match in total for Lancaster tonight. We're tied at 15. And a great return Off the serve by Edison Morgan in the middle for the kill. Went cross court, painted the near side corner, and the Arrows are in front, 16 serving 15. Olivia Ball serving. Serve rainbows over the net, played in the back by Elena Clark. Ball sent over to the Arrows side, and Asia McDonald couldn't keep it alive along the near sideline. River Ridge gets the point. We are tied at 16. Olivia Ball checks out. Addie Stater checks in. Stella Brewer now in the match for River Ridge as well. As Mallory Krubel serve, played in the back row by Lancaster. Arrows send it back over, and River Ridge hits it into the net. Lancaster gets the point, and the Arrows are back in front. 17 serving 16. Margin of error razor thin in set 4. Lancaster needs this set to force the 5th one. As the ladder official can't tell what the conversation is between the ladder official and number 11, Maddie Burris, but it's Lancaster's serve, 17 serving 16. As the near side official conversing with the scorekeeper just down below us from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Addison Morgan serve, skirts the top of the net, somehow kept alive by River Ridge, and now the Arrows go on the attack on the far side, but hitting it into the net is Audrey Foley. Ridge's point and serve, 17 serving 17 in set 4. Elena Gage serving for River Ridge. There's a running jump serve with the left hand. Rukoff pushes to the front row. Here's a setup for Burr. Great block at the front row for River Ridge, and the Arrows go on the attack. And that one off the fingertips of a River Ridge player. I believe it was off Erin Adrian. Rolled off her fingertips and found the floor, and Lancaster in front again, 18 serving 17. No separation here in set 4. Here's the serve for Sosie Hoffman. Serve rainbows the top of the net. Clears it. River Ridge returns it on 2 hits. Here's the attack on the near side for the Arrows, and River Ridge able to somehow keep it alive and send it back to Lancaster's side. And 4 hits, or no, a carry called against Lancaster. Would have been 4 hits anyway. Ridge gets the point, 18 serving 18. Erin Adrian serving for the Wolves. Running jump serve from the far side of the floor. Just grazes the top of the net and kept alive on the Lancaster side by Sosie Hoffman. And a great hit by number 12, Asia McDonald. Sends it to the back row. No one in the back row expecting it on the River Ridge side. Ricochets off the fingertips of a Ridge player. And Lancaster gets the point, leading 19, serving 18. No separation whatsoever between these two, at least in this set. Asia McDonald's serve, played in the back row by River Ridge. Now a 50-50 ball at the net. River Ridge has it on their side, and a whistle and a carry called against River Ridge, and now it's a 2-point lead for Lancaster. As the ladder official talking with players on the River Ridge side, sorting things out, but we pick up the action. 20 serving 18. Serve by McDonald to the back row. Erin Adrian can't handle it. That's an ace. 3-point lead for Lancaster. And Diane Langmeyer wants to talk things over with her Wolves. Lancaster leading set 4, 21-18. River Ridge leading 2 sets to 1. And if this score holds, we will have a 5th and decisive set coming up in just a little bit. But if River Ridge rallies and takes the set, they'll win it 3 sets to 1. Volleyball tonight brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of the vein in Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Also coming up later on, our Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Lancaster serving in set 4, 21 serving 18. River Ridge leading 2-1. Asia McDonald back to serve again for the Arrows. Her serve clears the net. Played in the back row by River Ridge. Here's the return on a set on the far side. Now a near side attack for Lancaster. Olivia Ball sends it to the back row. Josie Jerome loading up far side. That one ricocheted in the front row. Rukoff keeps it alive in the back row. Olivia Ball sends it over on the third hit. And now Elena Gage loads up for River Ridge. Rukoff has it in the back row for Lancaster. Arrow send it over on the second hit. Here's the setup by Josie Drone, somehow kept alive by Horth. Now Drone loads up again, but hits it into the net. Lancaster gets the point. 22 serving 18. Asia McDonald serving once again. Serve played in the back row by River Ridge, and Ava Nice sends it over with the left hand and goes out of bounds off a Lancaster player on their side of the floor. That'll end the Lancaster run. It's River Ridge's serve, 19 serving 22. Elena Clark will serve. Sent over on the right hand by the junior. And a great attack in the middle by Maddie Bird, the sophomore, having herself a match in the middle hitter spot. 23 serving 19. The libero Lauren Rukoff serving for Lancaster. Arrows 2 points away from forcing a fifth set. Ava Nice sends it over on the third hit for River Ridge off the serve. Now Olivia Ball, high arcing hit, but goes off the wrist of number 4, Kaylee Krantz. It's set point for Lancaster. 24 serving 19. Rukoff serve again. Serve sent over with the right hand. Elena Gage pops it up along the back row. Josie Drone sets it up, and a backwards pass by Nice sends it to the back row on the Lancaster side. Here's the setup for Morgan. 50-50 ball at the net, and Morgan gets it down for the kill. And we will have a fifth set. Lancaster takes set number 4, 25-19. And now the fifth set, first to 15, win by 2. Lancaster took set 1, 25-23. River Ridge took sets 2 and 3, 25-11 and 25-21. And Lancaster taking set 4, 25-19. This is Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, and our video stream on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you from the best seat in the house, the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. What a match we have had on opening night of high school volleyball in Wisconsin, a non-conference matchup between two teams trying to get their season off on the right foot. Both teams have had a ton of momentum swings, a lot of tri-core turning points in this one. But the teams have switched sides. Actually, beg your pardon, they haven't switched sides. River Ridge still on the left side as I see it. Lancaster to my right. And after the match, again, we'll have our Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-game show. Our Herms's Ace Hardware most valuable player in our tri-core turning point. No updates on our shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. We do know that Fenimore and Darlington are in action to open Swall Play tonight. There was also a tournament in Dodgeville that began earlier this afternoon. Number of local teams, Potosi, River Valley among them. But no scoring updates on those as of yet. But we go to a fifth set again. You played a 15, win by 2 in this fifth set. Teams stay on the same side of the floor that they were on in set 4. River Ridge to the left side of the screen. Lancaster to the right as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge will serve to begin the fifth set. Josie Drone with the serve, sends it over, and it arcs over the end line. Lancaster gets the first point in set 5. 1 serving, 0 advantage, Lancaster. Relly Horth will send it over for the Arrows. Her serve clears the net. Josie Drone pops it up along the back row. Here's the setup for Ava Nice, and she sends it over the end line. 2-0 Arrows. Horth will serve again. Serve clears the net. Josie Drone plays it in the back row. Ball sent over on the second hit by Krubel. Here's the attack by Ball. Elena Gage pops it up. Gage gets it right back. Tear drops that one over the net. 50-50 ball played on the Lancaster side. Olivia Ball with a backwards pass to send it over to the Ridge side. Krubel sets it up. Here's the attack by Nice. That one's out of play. 3-0 Lancaster in set 5. Relly Horth set to serve. 3 serving, 0. Serve clears the net. Josie Drone pushes to the front row. Set up for Gage. Punched over with the left hand. Sends it to the back row. McDonald plays it cleanly. Sets it up for Audrey Foley. Foley couldn't send it over. Sends it out of bounds instead. River Ridge with their first point in set 5. 1 serving, 3. Here's the serve by Ava Nice. Running jump serve sent over with the left hand. That one finds the floor for an ace. Ava Nice splits the 2 rows. She'll serve once again. The 5'10 sophomore running jump serve again. Sends it over the net. Rukoff pops it up. And now Olivia Ball sends it back on a backwards pass for the third hit. As Rukoff punches it sky high, hits the rafters, then hits the floor. And we are tied at 3 in set 5. Ava Nice serving once more. Here's the serve with the left hand. Rukoff plays it in the back row for Lancaster. Here's the setup for Morgan. Morgan sends it to the back row. Drone returns it for River Ridge. Now here's the setup for Ball. Ball with a power hit, but Josie Drone digs it out. 50-50 ball at the net, and that one lands on the Ridge side off the roof by number 17, Audrey Foley. Lancaster in front, 4 serving, 3 in set 5. Serve by Ball, clears the net. Ava Nice pushes to the front row, then return to the Lancaster side. Arrows go on the attack. Olivia Ball with a power hit, and Ava Nice couldn't control it along the back row. Lancaster gets the point, 5 serving, 3 in the 5th and decisive set. Olivia Ball to serve once more. Ball punches it over. Lena Clark keeps it alive. Now a backwards pass by Krubel, sends it to the back row on the Lancaster side. Goes back with it on their side of the floor. Here's the attack by Foley. Ball pushed to the front row. Elena Gage loads up, near side attack, dug out in the back by Rukoff. Wolves have it on their side. Here's the setup for Adrian. Finger taps that one over the net to the back row. 50-50 ball at the net. Great diving save by Elena Gage. Kept alive on the Lancaster side. Gage has it again. Punches over with the left hand. Olivia Ball pushes to the front row, and hitting that one into the net is Asia McDonald, giving River Ridge the point. 4 serving 5. Addie Stater checks into the match for Lancaster. That will send number 4, Olivia Ball, to the bench. Elena Clark checks out. And now in is number 10, Stella Brewer. And River Ridge gets an ace off the serve as Lancaster couldn't control it cleanly. Ricochets out of bounds. Give Mallory Krubel credit for the ace. 5 serving 5. Krubel serve controlled to the back row by the Arrows. Arrows send it over on the second hit. Aaron Adrian hits it into the net. That gives Lancaster the point. 6 serving 5. And number 6, Addison Morgan, serving. Morgan with a running jump serve. Her serve clears the net. Elena Gage pushes to the front row. Here's the setup for Brewer, and Brewer runs into the net. That gives Lancaster the point, 7 serving 5. Addison Morgan serving again for the Arrows, trying to separate themselves from the Wolves in this 5th and decisive set, but the serve goes over the end line for a service error. And it will be 6 serving 7 with the senior number 33, Elena Gage, serving for River Ridge. Running jump serve with the left hand. That one popped up by Stater. Ball kept alive in the third hit as a backwards pass back to the River Ridge side, and they're going to say over the net by Maddie Burr. Lancaster fans not happy about that call. And just like that, we are tied at 7. Elena Gage serving again. Her serve's a liner. Played in the back row by Lancaster. McDonald sends it over with the right hand, and Elena Gage tried to send it back over, but it goes off her wrist and out of bounds. Lancaster gets the point. They're back in front, 8 serving 7. Audrey Foley checks out. Sosie Hoffman back in for the Arrows, and she will serve. Hoffman punches it over with the right hand. Elena Gage pushes to the front row for Krubel. Here's the setup for Drone. Drone sends it over with the right hand. It ricochets off the wrist of Hoffman and out of bounds along the near sideline. It is tied at 8. River Ridge serving. Aaron Adrian serving from the far side of the floor. Running jump serve with the right hand. Liner clears the net. Stater keeps it alive, and Rukoff will send it over with a side bump to clear the net. Now here's River Ridge going on the attack on the near side. Lancaster plays it cleanly. They send it over, and they're going to say it was out of bounds, but they're saying it ricocheted off the fingertips of a Ridge player, so Lancaster gets the point. Nine serving 8. Lancaster in front. And a substitution now for Lancaster. Olivia Ball checks in. Addie Stater back out. Asia McDonald with the serve. Running jump serve as Josie Drone sends it back over, but it goes out of bounds on the far sideline. It is 10 serving 8, and Lancaster forces River Ridge to take a timeout. We are in set 5. Lancaster with a 2-point lead. 10-8. Again, 1st to 15, win by 2 in this 5th and decisive set. After the game, our Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-game show, our Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP of the match, and our Tricor Turning Point. And what has been a very busy opening night of high school volleyball here on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. First of our featured regular season volleyball matchups on Tuesday night that you'll be able to hear on WGLR and watch on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel all regular season long. Coming out of the River Ridge timeout, it is Lancaster's serve. Asia McDonald serving on the far side of the floor. McDonald with a running jump serve. Hits it into the net for a service error. Hands it down as her third of the match. River Ridge now serving. Elena Clark will serve for the Wolves. Near side along the end line. Serves it cross court along the back row. Now here's the setup for Burr. Great dig in the back by Clark. But out of position was Mallory Krubel. Ball finds the floor. Lancaster gets the point. 11 serving 9. Here's Lauren Rukoff. Serving on the far side of the floor. Serve clears the net. Lena Gage pushes to the front row. Here's the setup for Ava Nice. Cross-court attack dug up in the back row by McDonald. Lancaster sends it over on the third hit. Here's the setup near side for Nice. Nice taps it over. Now set up on the near side for Olivia Ball. That one dug up in the back row by Clark. Ball returns to the Lancaster side. Great diving dig, but a carry called against Lancaster, so River Ridge gets the point. 10 serving 11. Josie Drone will serve for River Ridge. Drone serve. Sends it over with the right hand. Played in the back row by Lancaster. Olivia Ball sends it over on the third hit for the Arrows. Now Elena Gage tapped it over with the left hand. It was on the sideline, but it was just out of bounds. Right in front of the ladder official on the far side of the floor. 12 serving 10. Relly Horth will serve for Lancaster. Or serve clears the net. And a diving attempt to keep it alive by Clark. Does no good. Goes out of bounds. An ace for Lancaster and a timeout taken by River Ridge. 13 serving 10. Lancaster 2 points away from getting a 5-set win. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. A fun one here in Patch Grove on opening night of high school volleyball. Is a fun opening Friday night of high school football in our Queen Bee Radio family. Last Friday night as well, got to see the Flying Arrows get the win over Belleville, 28-26. And the Lancaster Flying Arrow volleyball team taken to the limit here in Patch Grove. Coming out of the timeout, 13 serving 10. Relly Horth set to serve for the Arrows. Her serve clears the net, and Josie Drone out of position. That's another ace for Horth. And it is match point for the Arrows. 14 serving 10. Or serves into the net for a service error. River Ridge has life. Ava Nice has to go on a great service here to keep things alive for River Ridge. Her jump serve goes into the net, and Lancaster wins in 5 sets. Taking set 5, 15-11. Lancaster wins the match, 25-23, 11-25, 21-25, 25-19, and 15-11. What a match. Coming up next, the Breeze Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-match show, our Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP, and our Tricor Turning Point all coming up. It's part of our post-game show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-game 3 minutes.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Do you remember the last time you checked your well water to see if it was safe to drink? Bacteria can leak into your well in as little as 6 months. The Department of Natural Resources recommends that you check your well annually for contaminants. LV Labs on South Madison Street in Lancaster, Wisconsin can test your water to make sure that what's in your glass is safe for you and your family to drink. Stop in or give them a call to pick up your test kit today. Visit LV Labs on Facebook or call 608-723-4096.
Buying a mattress can seem overwhelming. How soft should you go, or how firm? How much support do you need? All great questions and all tough to figure out without the right guidance. Hi, I'm Jeremy Culbertson, and I've been building and selling mattresses with Dubuque Mattress for over 10 years, and with our guidance, we take all the stress out of mattress shopping. We guarantee you will love your Dubuque mattress, or we'll change it for you until you do.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Avercamp Auto Body in Platteville is a proud sponsor of 97.7 Country WGLR's Farm Calendar. Email your egg events to Bob Mittendorf at WGLR.com. The Farm Calendar airs weekdays at 6:35 a.m. This message is brought to you by Avercamp Auto Body in Platteville, celebrating 11 years in business. Our experienced staff will keep your vehicle in top condition. We use top quality parts to provide a high quality repair and quick turnaround time. Bring in your new car, older car, foreign or domestic vehicle to Avercamp Auto Body in Platteville today.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
The long weekend sale is on at Target with exciting deals you won't want to miss. Stock up on grilling must-haves for a few more sunny barbecues. And while you're at it, ease into sweater weather with fresh new fits for the fam. Whether you're hosting, relaxing, or showing off your new style, Target has your deal in-store, online, and in the Target app. Hurry and save more with the long weekend sale happening now through Monday. Only at Target.
Your high school postgame show is brought to you by Elena and Ben Reeves at Edward Jones, a financial service firm serving individuals and business owners.
Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Time now for the post-game show, our Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones post-match show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster getting a 5-set win in non-conference play to open up the high school volleyball season in the state of Wisconsin. And we are joined by the victorious libero for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, Lauren Rukoff, one of the seniors on the team. Congratulations on the win. Boy, was this one a gritty win, a back-and-forth affair between both programs. Take us through what went on the floor this evening and what it was like playing in a high-intense match, first match of the season.
Yeah, so right away we wanted to come out, push, win, and we tried to do that to start. We were a little slow, weren't talking, but we persevered, we got through, and we started talking, we started getting excited, and we came out with the win.
Yeah, the first set I remember, River Ridge started out 10-5, you were able to tie it up, and then it was kind of back and forth, from there. Just did enough to get that first set. Ridge wins the next two. take us through what was going on in between that third and fourth set. What changes were made, and what was the message from Coach Devlin to kind of reverse the fortune for Lancaster here tonight?
Yeah, so she started getting a little aggressive with us because we need that sometimes to get going. And she was just like, we've wanted to win this. We came here to win this. And we talked through some things. We talked through our defense. Our defense was a little slow. So we started getting that and got the win.
Yep, and I'm going to ask you about our Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Was there a particular moment or series of events where you felt like that you guys were finally able to come away with a win here tonight?
Probably the fourth set when we started pushing those points, started cheering, started working with those points, and we started swinging. We started putting the ball where they weren't, and I think that really helped us.
All right, I'm also going to ask you about our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP of the match. I'm going to put you down as one of them. Let's brag about some of your teammates as well. Who were the other players that really helped out tonight on the floor for you?
I think Relly Hurt did a great job. She's a first-year setter, and she did so good putting the ball where we needed it, mixing up our sets, and getting it for our hitters to swing. I also think that Audrey Foley did a great job. When we told her we need you to ready, she swung and she got those balls and she dug them really well. Also, Asia McDonald, she was all around. She's hustling. She did great today.
Yeah, it truly did take an entire team effort here tonight. It was all hands on deck, and it definitely showed. What a win, and how does it feel to get win number one against a team like this right out of the gate?
Yeah, it feels great. We wanted to get that. We wanted to start off our season strong, and I'm really glad that we did that so we can move forward. Well,
excellent. Well, congratulations on the win. Go enjoy it with your teammates, and we will see you down the line during the season.
Thank you so much.
All right, excellent.
Thank you.
Yep, that's Lauren Rukoff, the libero for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, joining us on our Edward Jones Reed's Wealth Management post-match show. And Lancaster getting the 5-set victory over River Ridge tonight, winning 25-23, 11-25, 21-25, 25-19, and 15-11. She also talked about the Tricor Turning Point tonight, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. And in addition to Lauren Rukoff, she also mentioned Relly Horth, Asia McDonald, Audrey Foley, and Olivia Ball is our co-MVPs for tonight's match, brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. We'll take our last time out. We'll see if we have any updates on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest, and we will set up what we have in high school football. We got 8-player football on Thursday and 3 games on Friday night across our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. We'll sort all that out as our post-game show, the Reed's Wealth Management Edward Jones post-game show, wraps up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
Does that number calling you look familiar, but you aren't sure if you know them? It could be a scam using spoofing. I'm Lancaster Police Chief Deborah Rukoff. Spoofing is a way scammers make it look like an area number, or even a number you know, is calling you. In reality, they could be hundreds or thousands of miles away. Scam calls are after one thing, your information. Prevent a crime before it happens. Keep your personal information private and hang up if you suspect it's a scam.
This public service announcement courtesy of Queen Bee Radio. All of us have a role to play in promoting a mental health friendly workplace.
So what can I do to help?
As a CEO, I can set the tone for a supportive culture.
As a manager, I can offer assistance and accommodations.
As a coworker, I can be a source of support.
As someone with a mental health condition, I can ask for what I need to perform my best.
What can I do?
What can I do?
I can remind others that none of us are alone.
And that we all benefit from workplaces that promote good mental health.
Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
So, what's the asking price on this house?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease? Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
We have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids.
If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fair housing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Post game, 2 minutes.
Back on our post-game show on 97.7 Country WGLR, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, Reeves Wealth Management, and Edward Jones post-match show, and we are joined by the victorious head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows, Madison Devlin. Coach, for the first match of the season to have to go 5 sets and play as nip and tuck if a match is this match was, talk about the perseverance of your team here this evening, because it was truly a team effort all around to come away with the win here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, as frustrating as it was, knowing what these girls can do, I am very proud of how they came back from being in such a lull. They don't get down on each other, they kind of get down on themselves, and they were able to, in our huddles and in between game breaks, kind of chat, figure out a good plan, and come out with more intensity. I wish we could have done that the whole time, but I am so proud of them for pushing through and finishing, and I told them that just shows that we have enough grit to get through this season.
Yep, definitely. It was a slow start. River Ridge started out on a 10-5 run to open things up, tied things up in that first set, then kind of back and forth, and had just enough juice to come away with that first set win. Then River Ridge takes the next two. What'd you talk to your team about in between that third and fourth set that kind of set the momentum to give Lancaster the edge and ultimately the win tonight?
We talked about a lot of energy, breaking it down. It's simple. We are very good at pass set hitting, and we were not hitting. So I kind of got on my hitters about being more aggressive. I got on my back row about talking to their hitters more, giving them more options, helping each other out. When we hit the ball, that is when we did our best tonight. Sending free balls over and giving the other team easy chances to then attack on us is not our strong suit.
Yep, and I'll ask you about the turning point of the match brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Was there a specific moment or a series of moments where you finally felt like that things were going to play out in your favor?
We had a couple hitters finally get some good hits. My middle, Addison Morgan, and my setter really have been battling all night trying to find a connection. We finally got a good middle hit from her, and then we went on a pretty good serving run after that, I believe, and that always gets our momentum going. Our bench got going, and then they kind of knew to just take off from there.
Yep, and then the MVPs for tonight, obviously, Lauren Rukoff, who we just talked to a little bit ago, she was bragging about all of her teammates because it truly was a team effort all around. One player that stood out to me quite a bit was Maddie Burr patrolling the middle hitter spot in quite a few spots. What players really stood out to you the most here this evening?
Yeah, Maddie Burr, definitely. We need to utilize her more. I think the girls understand that now. So now it's just kind of finding ways, how can we use her? She's young, she's very talented, but she's young, and just building her confidence up, getting everyone on the same page that when we have a hot hand, we need to use that. Audrey Foley had some great moments tonight from the right side. She's a big swinger for us as long as she stays behind that ball,
right.
Connected with her teammates, she's on. Yeah, I mean, our defense, I thought, was pretty good tonight, and it's just really our offense. We just need to keep working our offense and being more aggressive. So, yeah.
Yep, and as we mentioned, a very gritty win, winning in 5 sets, a very back-and-forth match. What do you take away from this first match, and what things are you going to be emphasizing heading into the next matches in the early part of the season?
Definitely working more against a block. I think my hitters were kind of scared, and our coverage wasn't there all of the time. We had kind of started implementing more like consequences when we don't side out after one or two, and that's what we talked heavy about tonight is like, all right, they get 1 or 2 serves and we have to side out. As silly and as simple as it sounds, it's really tough for these girls sometimes. So definitely moving forward, it's just going to be more intense, a little more serious when it comes to making sure that we get a good side out and we get rolling.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on the win. Go enjoy this one with your team and your players. It was a fun match to call. Looking forward to seeing you guys down the line. Congrats, and we'll see you down later on in the season.
Thank you.
All right, that's Madison Devlin, the head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows, victorious over River Ridge tonight, 3-2. We'll take our final timeout, and we'll wrap up our post-game show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-game 1 minute.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Parents, we know we can't protect our kids from everything. Eventually, they're going to bump their heads or scrape their knees. But we can protect them from 6 types of cancer. HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a common preventable virus that can cause cancer later in life. The HPV vaccine prevents human papillomavirus and all the cancers it can cause. The American Cancer Society recommends getting your sons and daughters the HPV vaccine starting at age 9 to protect them later in life.
Post-game 1 minute.
Closing up shop on the Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones post-match show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster victorious over River Ridge tonight in a very gritty 5-set affair, winning 3-2, 25-23, 11-25, 21-25, 25-19, and 15-11. Lancaster starts the season 1-0. River Ridge 0-1. River Ridge takes on Belmont on Thursday. And for Lancaster, I had their schedule just a second ago. And they will take on well, it's not loading for me, so I'm not sure who Lancaster plays in their next match, but Lancaster does start 1-0, River Ridge 0-1, and River Ridge takes on Belmont on Thursday. Coming up later this week on Queen Bee Radio for high school sports, we have 8-player football on Thursday night, Williams Bay at Highland. We'll have that game on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Raleigh Cheese pregame set for 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Oh, by the way, Badgers football in action on 97.7 Country WGLR on Thursday night, kickoff at 8 o'clock. And then on Friday night, 3 big games across our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. Cuba City at Lancaster, the playoff rematch in Level 2 from last year. Cubans travel to Lancaster to take on the Arrows. We'll have that game on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We also have Platteville at Mineral Point on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And Fenimore at River Ridge in a Swall Six Rivers non-conference matchup on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And, of course, Brewers baseball all season long on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. And that will wrap things up for us from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. Thanks to Wade Winkers and the entire staff at River Ridge High School for being gracious hosts as always. Thanks to both head coaches Diane Langmeyer and Madison Devlin for the pregame interviews, also for Coach Devlin and Lauren Rukoff for joining us on our postgame show here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, a Queen Bee radio station. Once again, Lancaster wins a 5-set affair over the River Ridge Timberwolves 3 sets to 2, 25-23, 11-25, 21-25, 25-19, and 15-11. From the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dutanis. Thanks so much for joining us, and good night from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR-FM. Lancaster, serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and beyond. On WGLR.com. A Queen Bee radio station.